Hello viewers. So why is this sprinter doing drills that doesn't look related to sprinting? Well, Amir is doing these because they are the ABCs of human movement. If you're a beginner coach, make sure your young athletes are doing movements like these regularly. These movements are learned skill, which means if it's not ingrained at a young age, so you want to be doing this before puberty, then the athlete will have missed out on the stage of human development in regards to movement acquisition. All around the world, lots and lots of kids are not getting enough unstructured play where they learn basic movement patterns. So how does these movements transfer to a sprinter? Well, as I said, these are the ABCs of movement. Therefore, Amir is developing things like neuromuscular, proprioception, leg strength, and elasticity and rhythm in his legs. Just like we learn to crawl before we learn to walk, this is learning to handle movements at low speed and low forces. So athletes can then adapt and be able to handle very high forces that's produced at high speeds. The key point here is, as a coach, by implementing activities like this, you are future-proofing your athletes' long-term physical health. So think about it, a fast runner is a fast runner. So if a young athlete doesn't learn movement skills, it will not have a negative effect on their speed. However, it will likely have a negative correlation in regards to the type of injuries they pick up and the rate of injuries in the years to come. So a fascinating observation is at high speeds, an athlete can look balanced, coordinated and smooth. But get him or her to do a movement at a slow speed, like what Amir is doing here, and that's when you'll realize how unbalanced, uncoordinated, and unsmooth their movement is. This is because large movements like in sprinting use a lot of muscles which all help out to enable better coordination. It's the opposite for slower movements. For example, when hopping on one leg, you can see the difference with Amir when he's using one leg versus when he's two legs. So don't forget, proprioception equals balance and coordination. It's a skill that needs to be mastered for youth runners, including mid and long distance runners. I'll talk to you again soon.